Good afternoon, this is David Wendell with BushcraftOnFire. We're pleased to be with you for another video. First in this video, I need to apologize to Tad. This video is about a month and a half overdue. I promised him I would get this out as a response to his video. But it is another in our Bushcraft on a Budget series, and today we're going to cover shelter and fire. Now these are probably your two most important needs, but what do you have to do if you don't have a lot of money and you need something that's expedient that you can use for shelter and for fire? Let me show you a few tricks. This is a shower curtain that I went and picked up from a dollar store. They're about $1 or $2, and it makes a really nice, convenient tarp. A couple things about it. Number one, I get some free magnets on here. This has some magnets that come from the that hold it, I guess, to your tub. And these magnets are actually very useful in a bushcraft situation. I always carry one in my pack. I can take and magnetize a needle with this and make a compass. And I'll show you how to do that on another Bushcraft on a Budget series. But for right now, this shower curtain, and I'm not going to unwrap this the whole way because we're inside today, but this thing's about 6 foot, 6.5 foot by another 6 foot. So 6 by 6, $2, I've got a tarp that I can use out in the bush. Now what I want to do is to show you how I would use this out there. We're not out in the bush today. It's pretty nasty outside, and I don't know if you'd hear us with the 35-mile-an-hour winds. Now what I do is take this corner, and I'm going to use a sheet bend. I simply fold the corner of the tarp over. I come up through it, and this is on a knot video that we have up online. I come around a couple of times and then back through the cord itself. Again, if you didn't follow that, it is online. We have some videos called Let's Get Knotty. But that will hold that nice and taut for me. I can do that on all the four corners. So for just a couple dollars, I have a pretty nice tarp. 6 by 6. It's going to cover me, keep me out of the rain, keep me warm. You don't have to spend a lot of money. I know that people can go down and get blue tarps from Walmart for $7 or $8. That's great. There's no problem with that. But again, this is a very inexpensive. We were in a dollar store. Everything's $1 over in Springfield this summer, and we saw these out there. So this is about 3 or 4 mil thick, so it's nice and thick. It's strong. I mean, it's made to be up in your shower. It's clear, so you can see through and see what's around you, see the stars at night, whatever. But a very good alternative for a quick shelter. The second thing as far as shelter I want to show you, and this is a little harder to come by, this is called house wrap. And I actually scavenged this when we were doing some work here on the house. What house wrap is, it basically goes over top of your sheathing and underneath of your siding. It's waterproof, and it's inexpensive. I mean, it's expensive if you go buy it, but if you have builders near you, they always have pieces of this left over. This is about a 9 by 7, and I actually carry this piece with me. I think that this thing folded up as a 9 by 7 tarp weighs about 2.5 ounces. So if you're looking for a lightweight way to go, and you can use this the same way to do the corners, just make a sheet bend in there where you can put a rock or a marble in there and tie off. Some good opportunities for quick and inexpensive shelter. Now, a second thing I want to cover on this video today is how to make some fire making material. So let's get right to that. I'm going to take you in the back end to our dryer and show you a trick that we use here. Okay, here we've got a common dryer. Now, one of the things that you can do if you don't have a dryer in your home and you go out to the local laundromat, you can get the dryer there as well, but you have to make sure that what was done was clothing. This is called a lint trip, and you can see the lint in here. This is blue lint because it's been used for blue. It comes from blue jeans. What we do is simply peel off this lint layer, put the lint drawer back, and we actually keep a bucket up here. Somebody was actually bad. This is not cotton. This is polyester. But everything else in there you can see gray, white, blue. This is all cotton. So I'm going to take a little bit more of that because we didn't have much in this. we keep that right there, and every time that we do the close, we put that back. So I'm going to take this lint and show you how to make an effective fire starter with it. Now the second thing that I have, you can buy these cans, it's a candle in a little metal can, and I just have it sitting on my wood burning stove. Makes it a quick way to melt it down. So I'm going to take that with me, get a little plate to show this on, a metal plate, so I can show it on the table for you, and show you how we can use these two items to make a really effective fire starter. Alright, so here's what we do. We take our lint. Now I've got two cookie trays here, one upside down and one right side up. We start a lot of fires in the house, but you got to know how to do it safely so as not to burn your house down. What I'm going to do is break this into reasonable sizes. I would say the size of a cotton ball. Now you can do this with cotton balls. It costs about $1 for a bag of cotton, but you've got to make sure they are pure 100% cotton balls. What I'm going to do is take this lint, I'm going to flatten it out a wee bit, and then I'm going to take my candle wax and I'm going to put this in this cap to do that so I don't have wax all over Tam's cookie sheet. Pour wax on here. And I'll set those out to let those dry for a few minutes. Once those are dry, we'll show you how they burn pretty well. But in the meantime, let me show you how quick this flint goes up with just a ferro rod. Now what I have here is just a Swedish fire steel, Light My Fire. It's got a striker on it. I carry this in my Anaconda pouch all the time. But I'm going to stand up and I'm going to just shoot a spark. You can see it caught my fire that I had over here, which is just fine, not a problem. So we're going to let those burn for a few minutes while I talk to you. Those sparks shot the wrong way and caught the wrong thing, but they were still in there. Now that's a pretty easy way, and you can get candles for nothing. Go to yard sales, get them for free. You can do them at a double boiler. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to get wax. So this is a good fire making method. You can see this is going to burn for a long time. It will work just as well as cotton or anything else. You can also use these with Vaseline, and they'll work very well that way also. Just make sure that you leave a space that's fluffed out that you can still catch these with. I didn't cover the whole thing with wax. So there you go. A couple of quick ways to make shelter and to make fire. And I want to thank Tad for putting his video up that I can link out to this as a response. But until we see you on another video, this is David Wendell with Bushcraft on Fire. Hope that you have a great day. And a quick announcement, we are live now on our live stream feed. So join us out there, watch our Facebook for times and announcements of when we will be on. Till we see you again, have a great day. Be blessed.